Most people understand the idea of spotlighting in your D&D or TTRPG games. But what I am trying to do more in my games is something I like to call spotlight splitting. See, the way I think a lot of people normally see spotlighting as one big spotlight that's on a player, whether they're doing something connected to their backstory, or maybe it's something mechanical, and then moving that spotlight throughout the player so everyone gets their moment. Sometimes that spotlight might need a lot of time, which is a lot of time other players don't get in the spotlight, but there are really efficient ways of splitting it. If we think about spotlighting the same way we think about the spotlights in a theater, there's usually more than one. So I'm going to explain a scenario to you, and then I'm going to point out the spotlight moments and how I do this. So your party is chasing a criminal that they recently found out is the long-lost sister of the fighter. Narrative spotlight 1 on the fighter. They lose track of them as they run into the woods, which happens to be the favorite terrain of the ranger, who can track them much more easier than they can get away. Mechanical spotlight 1 on the ranger. When they catch up to the criminal, the wizard of the party recognizes a pink haze across their eyes that's unique to a particular mind control hex that's used by one of the wizard's evil rivals. That's narrative spotlight number 2. Once they catch up to the sibling, the cleric's able to use a remove curse, mechanical spotlight 2, and maybe alongside a persuasion check from the fighter, their brother, again, using the narrative spotlight number 1 still, they are able to break the hex. Now the fighter gets to reunite with their long-lost sibling and ask them what they remember about the wizard before they were hexed. Now moving narrative spotlight 1 from the fighter to the wizard. Now hopefully you can see that this is a way to not only share the spotlight from the fighter but never taking it away from him, but also being able to give spotlight to people who may have not given you too much for their backstory. The ranger and the cleric may have not have a backstory moment to tie in like the wizards did. And when you do have a cool narrative spotlight moment that you can weave into somebody else's, we've already now planned the next adventure and the next narrative spotlight moment that you can then continue to weave in the other characters.